Hello, everyone. My name is Zhu Yinhai. I am very honored to invite you to come to our group to make our speech. Our topic is talking about how to make life sustainable. In this topic, we will understand what is this, why, and how to do that. So without further ado, let's get started. Before we doing this, I want to say I have a nice group. Those are Junite, Red1, Noah N, and Sofna, Final, and me. Let's enjoy this part.
Good morning. My name is Sohna Nayara Ali Mohamed. We are Group 6, and today our topic will be how to live a more sustainable life. First of all, I will start with a quote from Barry Commoner who says, environmental pollution is an incurable disease. It can only be prevented. During the last few decades, we can see an increase in environmental pollution, land pollution, water pollution, air pollution. Most of them are caused by human activities. Today, having a sustainable life is no longer a choice, but a necessity. Before to explaining to you how to live a more sustainable life, I think it's important to know what is a sustainable life and why it is so important. The term sustainable life is an idea, a belief on how to live more responsibly, with more responsibilities. It's mean reducing the using of Earth's resource, and it's also mean minimize our impact on environmental pollution. Having a sustainable life allow us to protect the future generation. It's mean making make change making some changes by ourselves. Why it is so important? Um, Having a sustainable life, it's important because it helps to decrease our carbon footprints and also protect the ecosystem and maintain the natural resource for future generations. Having a sustainable life, it's a daily work, and there are many ways to improve it, to become more eco-friendly. One of them is reduce water usage. I think water is one of the elements more important on our lives. We can say without water, we don't have life. Um, and only 2% of water are locked in ice caps. It's really important to be conscious of our water wastage and conserving it. Then we can grow our own food, grow vegetables and fruits, allow us to don't use pesticide and this chemical substance that contribute to water and air pollution. And how we say before, having a sustainable life, it's a way to become more eco-friendly and stop to have effects on environmental pollution. We can also try to use less plastic. I remember when I was like 7 years old, I threw a bottle of plastic in the sea, and my dad looked at me and say, maybe for you it's nothing, but you contribute to the death of some fishes. And I was like, oh my God, am I a killer? So plastic pollution become more and more present in on the planet. And plastic never goes away. It's important to stop to use plastic or at least try to use less plastic. Then we can also try to drive less, walk or ride a bike instead to drive. I can like, for example, if we want to go to school, you can try to walk or use public transport. It can also help to have a more sustainable life. And after that, don't throw away food. 1 billion pounds of food are wasted globally a year. It's really big. And global food waste is a major problem with a huge financial, environmental, and social costs. So please don't throw away food.
Hi everyone, my name is Ridwan Muhammad Abdulrahman. So I'm going to carry out next from where my friends left, and I'm going to talk about understanding the suitable life. The basic needs approach is one of the major approaches to measuring absolute poverty in developing countries. It attempts to define the absolute minimum resources necessary for a long-term physical well-being. The poverty line is then defined as the amount of income required to satisfy needs. So we have, let's talk about basic needs. We have three basic needs: food, shelter, and clothing. We must have food, water, air, shelter to survive. If any of these basic needs is not met, then humans cannot survive. Before past explorers set off to find new lands and they conquered new world, they had to make sure that the basic needs were met. So let's talk about food. The basic food approach is one of the major approaches to the measuring of absolute poverty in developing countries. The poverty line is then defined as the amount of income required to satisfy those needs. The second one we need to talk is about clothing. Clothing is a very general basic need which we all require to survive. It's in use from the beginning of mankind and it has improved and evolved down the ages. The third one is shelter. Shelter is a basic human need, crucial for surviving in case of natural hazards or conflict. It provides security, personal safety, and protection from the weather. Prevent ill health and diseases. Adequate housing provides people with dignity and opportunity to lead a normal life. Emergency shelters should not only be secured but also comfortable. It might take numbers of hours for an incident to be resolved, and it's important to use people calm and comfortable is the key of in shelter situation. Um, let's talk about how to live more sustainable lifestyle. We have many of them, but we are going to talk about a few of them. So we have think twice before shopping. Make sure your big purchases have big environmental benefits, plastic free, and be water wise. Let's start with think twice before shopping. Every product we purchase has an environmental footprint. Consider buying gently used instead of new and look for a minimum packaging and shopping. Reduce, reuse, recycle may feel retro, but it's just as important today as when the phrase was first coined. The second one is make sure your big purchases have a big environmental benefit. If you are buying a new car or appliances, like look for a most fuel efficient options. Look for the energy start label to find the most efficient appliances. The third one is plastic free. Every 1,000 of seabirds, sea turtles, seals, and other marine mammals are killed after indigest plastic or getting tangled up in. Use reusable bags when you shop and ditch single-use water bottles, bags, and straws. The third one is be water wise. You can conserve water by taking shorter shower, fixing leak toilets, and choosing low flow and low water applicants option considered. Um, thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Nurain bint Roslan as a third presenter. So, everyone already knows the meaning of sustainable life as explained by the first and second presenter. But do you know how to live more sustainable life? So, you all don't know, right? So, I will tell you some simple tips that you all can do. Okay, first, cook more at home. Why must cook at home? It is because when you cook at home, you can control things like packaging or plastic waste. Second tips is to bring reusable bags to the store. It is a simple way to avoid contributing to increased plastic production is to bring your own bags to a store. Usually, many customers will ask for plastic to wrap their goods, so it's not wrong if you change yourself first to use a cotton bag or a bag that can be used many times. Next, use more public transport. It can help to reduce overall energy consumption and damaging carbon emission. But it's even better if you ride a bike to go anywhere. For this modern era, there are too many electric vehicles that do not emit any smoke, such as electric bicycles, electric motorcycles, and so on. This shows that society has begun to care about the health of the earth. Besides that, grow your own vegetable and fruits. It can discourage the use of insecticides on vegetable and can increase soil fertility. Next, reusable straw. Reusable straw can save the ecosystem of sea and land life, and it can be encouraged to use straw still more and sparingly. Next, when you go shopping for buying clothes or beauty product and so on, you should boycott products that endanger wildlife. Shop consistently and look for products made from sustainable materials. Next, reduce water use. For example, pour water in the sink first and then cover the water so that there is no waste. Next is reduce reduce the use of certain chemicals. Chemicals is very dangerous to plant. Okay, most farmers will use chemicals to make their crops more fertile. Therefore, we as buyers have to be wise to choose healthy products for ourselves. Lastly is compost. We must do a compost because compost can reduce waste and improve soil health. Okay, next, I will explain about statistic and data survey about how to live sustainable. On this data show of percentage indicating extreme concern for its environmental issue by generation. Okay, as we can see, millennial generations 40.1% are concerned about extinction of plant and animal species. For Generation X, 43% percentage can concern plastic pollution in the ocean. Lastly, baby boomers generation 38% are concerned about climate change. From this data, we know better that each generation will have their own taste and way of life. Finally, sustainable life is very important and we should change our lifestyle to be a better and healthier one. That's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello everyone, I'm Zhu Hai. Welcome back. This is my part with part 4 in a minute. I'm talking about how to make more sustainable life. And before the video, you already know that what is the sustainable life well-being, what is the name, what is the calling for. So about this part, let me guide you about something technology and help you to understand deeply about the sustainable life. In short, sustainable life living is about using less or less of the Earth's natural resources in order to make positive changes of offset, collect, and negative more environmental changes. It's about choosing a simpler lifestyle or reducing our carbon footprint and incorporation environmental principles and practices is a higher lifestyle and active part of life circle. But there is a case, you know that? Do you know about the Earth is average temperature is already risen by 0. Degrees Celsius due to our uncontrolled environmental behavior? If we don't expand our carbon imprint now, our species will be slowly hide towards down. So let's take a look about the using cases of IO technologies for promote sustainable development. This is about talking about intelligent building. In addition, in case of energy emergency, the smart building will send large information to the authorities to help them to make quick decisions and take quick action. In this way, ion-powered buildings can not only promote an energy effective, but also increase occupant comfort, while also bringing in economic benefits. And that's what sustainability is all about. And next is intelligent park lot. This small park lot management system uses of Internet of Things to collect data from safety, camera, and parking lots. It will be more effective and more fast. And next, intelligent waste management. Since your enable bins collect from information to bin filling levels, temperatures, and whether they collect dry or wet waste. Information help gathering insight on whether bins are being filled to maximum calculate. And next one is intelligent street lamp. By using sensing movement, those street lights can be turned on or off. It is this smart light infrastructure will positively impact energy consumption while enabling countries to save significant amounts of money. Smart lighting infrastructure will positively impact money. And after that, this is most important thing. This one, the intelligent water resource management. This is sensors will collect real-time information that will help officials gain meaningful insight to water loss, backflow, consumption, baggage, just like this. And by averaging the Internet of Things, materials can measure water waste and consumption patterns, which can help and develop sustainable insurance. Okay, so that's all. Give my turn to my friends. Thank you for watching. All the best.
Thank you very much. I'll continue from where my friend left off. Hi, I'm Junaid. My fellow friends have been talking about and discussing what is sustainable life and opportunities and our modern world and perspective. Now I'm gonna talk about how we can live a sustainable life. All our knowledge is futile if we're gonna use our knowledge that we earned and we learn to live a sustainable life. Okay, so now I'm going to lay out a benefits. Now we are gonna talk about benefits and why we should go there. Every day we can make small changes towards sustainable living that can change the world and in no time. like the way small grains of sand creates a continent or drops of water that becomes an ocean. We can do the same with our daily lives and impact on planet. The things that we can do for that is avoid plastic usage as much as we can, because plastic is one of the most harmful and dangerous thing that mankind has created. Plastic was good, but the degradable life is more than 100 years. So in nature, when plastic is there, plastics mix with the nature, it takes more than 100 years to disintegrate. So the problem is, it's good quality we can use for products and stuff, but when you dispose of plastic, it doesn't mix with the nature, and plastic doesn't have any nutritional value, and it's inorganic. So it harms the ecological system of our environment and wastes a lot of resources and energy. Have word over you have word over uses of resources like water and electricity. So lot of time we use resources more than we should, more than a person, let's say for example, needs a bucket of water to take a shower, but in reality a person uses a lot more than that. When we turn on the tap, we keep the flow on. When we wash dishes, like in every small parts of our life, we are not careful about the things. These small steps, like I said before, the small grains can create a continent, and small drops of water, single drops of water create ocean. These small steps in our day-to-day life can change can put an impact. And like the usage of electricity, we use water and electricity in the same way. Electricity, we leave the AC on when we don't need, we use the heaters when we don't need, we use equipments to save money, but in the long run we use cheap equipments, and like the we try to save money, but in the long run it consumes more electricity. Switching to electric energy from mineral energy, and although we waste electrical energy, but electrical energy is greener than mineral energy or bioenergy that we extract, like coal, oils. Because when we extract minerals and oils or biofuel, the extraction process alone is like does significant damage to the nature, and when we use them, we create gases that are poisonous. We create gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and like these stuffs. So we should try to switch to electrical energy, because producing electrical energy is much greener. We can use natural movement like wind, the heat from the sun, and the flow of water. And there are lots of researches and technologies developed to harvest the natural energies and transform them to electrical energies, and it's much more greener and does not harm the environment. Try to follow healthy diet in healthy amount. So most of the disease we conquer, like heart diseases, cardiac problems, those diseases develop from, we if we trace back to our eating habits, we can relate with them. So we should try to eat healthier foods, and unhealthy foods requires like more energy, burns more energy, harms the environment, because unhealthy foods like fried foods and lots of meats, these foods takes like produces carbon dioxide and harm the environment in the process of making them. And the thing is, most of us have a habit of overeating. We eat much more than we need. So if we eat more and have a proper diet, we'll not only be benefiting us, we'll also be helping the world. So it's a win-win situation. Basically, it all comes down to our mindset. If we choose to live sustainable life, we can find our options, and also options will come to us. We just need to make the choice, because when we make the intention, we need to look for ways, lots of other options opens for us. Anyway, now the most crucial and the most important.
Well, we'll arrive at the end of our presentation. sustainable lifestyle, we can say that is a long-term solution, which of course includes some restriction. It makes the resources available for use for the future generation, and having a sustainable life is an amazing way to conserve the resource provided by nature. It brings out stability in the requirements of the environment. Having a sustainable life allows us to protect the planet for the next generation. We must leave the planet as we found it. Reduce, reuse, recycle, promoting environmental education and awareness are among the major measures of sustainability. All the things mentioned before by me or my friend on how to live a more sustainable life can seem insignificant, but with will, we can accomplish amazing things. So thank you for your time and thank you for watching us.